Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Hard Truth. Thank you so much for watching. I want to give a great big shout out to our international community, a shout out to everyone watching on replay, and also a massive thank you to everyone who has donated to the channel in 2024. Today, I want to talk more about what I'm getting from my numerology, a new approach that I took to trying to get answers for this case based on the Hebrew concordance. And if you haven't been keeping up, the last members only video and the last live pretty much explain it all respectively, or in other words, in that order. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, grab that coffee or a nice cup of tea as we begin our story. In my previous numerology work with the concordance, I definitely got hits between Kohberger and Maddie only. And as I said, this connection could be because of an attraction to Maddie or an attraction to Kaylee while viewing Maddie as the reason why he can't connect to Kaylee. I'm leaning towards the first one, but I'm not completely sure. The Lord had been good to Brian Kohberger. Despite whatever issues he had with heroin or any other unsavory impulses he had, he still blessed him. Maybe just looked at his heart. Sometimes when you've been favored all of your life, you think the Lord won't let you fall because he's always rescued you in the past. On the contrary, the Lord is not a respecter of persons. He won't interrupt cycles of sowing and reaping to get us out of a jam. He may modify the cycle or modify the ending, but there's no getting out of a reaping cycle. The only way out is to survive it. Let's look at Judges 16, verse 16 and 20. And she said, "The Philistines be upon thee, Samson." And he awoke out of his sleep and said, "I will go out as at other times before and shake myself." And he wist not that the Lord was departed from him. Now, Samson had some affection for Delilah. Who knows whether it was love, lust, or just a safe space? But whenever he went to Delilah, the Bible does not really describe it as about sex. It says he placed his head in her lap. And when the Philistines came to get him, he wasn't having sex then, he was asleep. So this was not just some physical attraction for him. I mean, he could have put his head in his mother's lap. Okay, he was going there because it was a safe space, psychological safe space. All right, there was a strong non sexual connection here. Delilah being a Philistine was not really the problem. If he had brought Delilah out of her city and unto himself, wherever, the Philistines would have just had to accept it. The problem here is how he saw Delilah. She filled a psychological void, and that's hard to find. So, um, you know, it's easier to find sex than a mental safe space. All right. But the way he was coming in and out on her, he was handling her like she was some kind of call girl. All right. That he knew he shouldn't have been dealing with, because he's in the enemy's camp. He's in a totally different culture, messing with these people's women, but he's not taking any of them home with him. All right. That was his problem. So she's thinking, why should she go against her people and show him love and loyalty, which is what she really felt, when he only saw her as a call girl? So of course she was going to tell on him, right? I mean, game recognized game. Now let's look at Judges 16 and 21. It says, "But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house." Not only did he not see it coming, Now he can't even see what's happening to him once he's captured. He can't even see who it is that's actually imparting this hell on him. Only in a blinded state did this man reconnect with God and begin to communicate so that he could get some kind of change or resolution in his situation. All right? The outcome of this Idaho 4 case depends on Brian's attitude. He has to pay for whatever role he played in the Idaho 4 murders, whether that be spectator, conspirator, um, the person that got rid of the weapons, whatever his role was, he's got to pay. But if he doesn't humble himself, it's looking like death. I heard the Lord say, "Come now, let us reason together."